The education system in the Czech Republic is different from here in the United States. They go to school. They go to a elementary school, and they learn similar things like we learn, like arithmetic, history, Czech, like we learn English, and so on and so forth. But when it gets up into like middle school, high school, it gets a little bit different, because already in their equivalent to our high school, they have chosen a career, they have either chosen a career or they have chosen to go to a more kind of a general education school, where they would then be able to go to college after that. So there's a lot of pressure on them at a younger age to know what they need to do. And I had some conversations with some younger kids over there, and it'd be really funny. They're like, so what are you going to do? And I'm like, I have no idea. And they're like, you don't? And I explained to them the school system's different here. And I think that comes from the school system being socialized there, that they go to school for free. And even into university, they'll have a certain amount of time that is free, that they can get their education. So the government wants to get them through as fast as possible. But that's that about education.
One thing about Czech culture and Czech people that impressed me the most was Czech hospitality. If a Czech invites you over to their home, you are a superstar. They invite you in, usually take off your shoes before you go into the house. It's very polite. And then they provide you with slippers to wear throughout the home. When they serve you dinner, so if you're invited over to a member's home for dinner, or if you're invited over to an investigator's house for dinner, one of the most, it's not in every house, but most homes that I had dinner in, the head of the family, or the host or the hostess, will not eat with you. They will serve you the food and the drinks and the soup and the dessert the entire time. And the conversation that you have with them will just be with them standing at the end of the table, chatting with them. And it was honestly really different for me at first, because I thought, no, this is rude of us. We were missionaries. You should sit down and eat with us. But that's just who they are, and they want to do that. That's their desire. Another thing is, every time that you're invited over, no matter if you're just trying to just stop by and say hello, or if you're over for a lesson, they will always try to convince you to come in and have a cup of tea. Every time. And we always have to ask for fruit tea, but they are just such hospitable people, and they're incredibly warm. It's not a cold culture. They're very friendly, happy people.
The Czech people are very hardworking and very resourceful. It's not a weird sight to see in maybe the front yard or backyard of someone's home, them having a huge pile of bricks that they're just saving from an older construction project for a new one. They save a lot of things. They keep a lot of their old used things to use them over again. And when they work hard. It's not rare to see them out in their backyard cutting down a tree with their family, or working in the garden. They're very do-it-yourself, or do-it-yourself with the help of your family. And I liked that aspect of it, that they were so resourceful, so willing to save, to live with less, and be content with that. So, and the second characteristic of Czech people that I really like is their focus on families. and how much they love their families and they stay together. I mean, they live in the same house with their family and their grandparents for a long time. And while it's not the case of everyone, there are exceptions to it that divorce exists and stuff like that. But when a family is strong, they stay strong together and they visit home often.